is the Ferry Building in San Francisco, just down the road from our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with ball, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Wiseman in at the center. Greg, what are they feeling here on opening day from the harsh ending to last season, still very vivid in their minds?
Kevin, they are motivated. You've had to think about that all summer long, and the chance for retribution starts here.
Now here's Curry, down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside, Green, and Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Nice effort, taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession, gets the game started the right way.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Green kicks to Curry. Back to Green. Bobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Man, is Draymond Green out there playing with a watch? Good timing on that alley-oop.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. The Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Bucks.
Draymond Green, a modern-day big, and of course we know the impact he has defensively, but for his career, he's only hitting around 30% of his threes, and the last 2 seasons have been well below that. It's still his willingness to take them that's going to keep the defense honest.
Count it, good.
How many times are we going to hear Zion's passing is underrated? Add this one to the list.
Bledsoe against Curry. Green kicks to Wiseman. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And Draymond plays the center position, though, Brent, 30% from 3 isn't all that bad.
Well, again, we'll go back to the idea of the threat of the shooter. That's going to create more space for all of the action that's happening behind Draymond Green. And, of course, we know his willingness to pass up shots to the preferred pass. That's where he really makes an impact.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Curry with the bounce pass. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
No stopping Wiggins there. You have to respect his aggressiveness and fighting mentality.
Andrew Wiggins, the kind of guy that people watch with a microscope, but he has cut down on inefficient shots, those long twos, started to take more threes, using his athletic ability when he gets on the inside to get to the foul line.
Oubre is checked in for Thompson. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Free throw good. Wiggins And Wiggins looking more aggressive off the bounce. Brent getting into the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, and his assists are climbing because of that. Also his turnovers. So now what you want to do is slow down the game for Andrew Wiggins and show him on film where his outlets are and where his decision-making can be that much better.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Golden State moving it around. Inside. And then Wiseman slams it in.
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Bledsoe outside. He kicks to Williamson. Reddick passes to Ingram. That one's off. Still out of sync.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Bledsoe. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Bledsoe likes to get to the floater, especially with the bigger guys around the rim.
Outside Curry. It's stolen by Adams. Reddick with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. It's the floater, and it's Bledsoe laying it in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
From deep 3-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Oh, Steph Curry at his best right there.
Ingram up top, covered by Oubre. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. Goes up to the stripe. Offensive rebound.
Just keep watching Draymond Green and keep being impressed by what he does defensively out there.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for anyone who thinks this game isn't about hard work, listen to Steph.
Can't tell you how many shots I've taken in my life and how many hours of log practicing, but
and as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. The NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Eric Pascal out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Chris in at the center position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. The first free throw is good. Frager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And the self-described tsunami poppy. Kelly Oubre used to call himself the wave, but as he grows, so too does the nickname.
Well, the wave for him is a metaphor for his life's approach. The energy that you put out coming back. Kelly Oubre is the kind of guy who's looking to attack with force and fury. So that kind of ebb and flow is helping out his NBA career.
Hits it from three-point range.
Well, if you play that far off of Steph Curry, that pull-up game starts to become a weapon.
This is a Danelli. And here is Ball. The shot will not fall. Warriors leading by 4. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. And the Pelicans making a change. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside Curry. Lets it go from 14. Haskell finds Oubre. From 15 feet away, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors. For New Orleans, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Stolen by Thompson. Curry against Ball. Curry passes to Pascal. Out to Thompson. Pulls up. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Last outing for Golden State. They won that game against the Kings in Sacramento. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green comes in for Kelly Oubre, and Wiggins is subbed in for Steph Curry. Outside, Green. Back to Wiggins. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. The Warriors have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
The Warriors making a switch here. Weissman's checked in. And a change for the Pelicans. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez.
And I hope kids out there are watching the textbook form on Thompson's jumper.
So many things that you could check the boxes on in terms of the fundamentals of a great shooter. It starts at the base. It's great footwork. You square up. You got a quick release, and you got to follow through. It really is something to watch.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And we hear a player's attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Clay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the 3rd day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year. But the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
Now here's Ingram. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Golden State moving it around. Thompson for the triple. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Weissman's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Now here's Ingram. And that one hits back iron.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pascal against Ingram. And he comes up with the deuce.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by the Warriors.
A deep three from Thompson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. That'll do it for the first half. The Warriors on top. They lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we'll go hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of them. And Klay Thompson coming off a lost year due to injury, Shaq, but he is as tough as they come.
And the team was very careful with his rehab. I'm sure there will be a lot of little maintenance, but he'll be there when they need it. We know Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I agree. Klay Thompson and Klay Thompson. But, he's surrounded by great talent still. So he can win while managing his minutes.
Did you say there'd be a lot of little maintenance?
A lot of little maintenance.
What is that?
He's going to help out Draymond Green with everything.
A lot of little maintenance.
Back yourself up. Does that make sense? A lot of little maintenance?
Not a lot of them.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James Wiseman.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams, and at the center, filling out the middle. Shoots from 14. Bucket is good. 10 points for Steph Curry. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. He played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Pelicans trail by 14. Pass to Adams. Kicks it to Ingram. Adams trying to free himself up.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Curry outside. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for New Orleans. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Can you see right there? That is why everybody is still very high on Lonzo Ball. Has a sixth sense for when to dish it.
And the Warriors with some changes. Marquise Chris comes in for Wiseman. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Klay Thompson. Warriors leading by 12.
And there was so much hoopla around Ball when he first entered the league. But lately, a lot of that seems to have died down.
I feel like it's settling in, and the change of scenery for Lonzo Ball after being number 2 and being in Los Angeles and being home. Maybe being away, it's been the best thing for him to start to focus on the task at hand.
Covered by Oubre. Now the pass to Hart. 6 to shoot. This one for three. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. And it's Melly missing.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Here's Curry with the three. The long distance three is good. Curry's got 13.
Yeah, all those things that Steph does before the game, and you think there's no way he's pulling those off in the game. Guess what? He's pulling them off in the game.
Here's Hayes. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Curry. A three. Another three for Golden State.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Ball against Wiggins. Makes it off the glass.
It's so hard to knock Lonzo Ball off his center of gravity. That time, a good job of keeping his composure around the challenge.
Green kicks to Curry. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry. Right side Green. Outside Curry. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Heisman's checked in for Golden State. Eric Pascal comes in for Draymond Green. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Wiggins against Redick. Ingram outside. Dishes it to Williamson, and it's blocked.
Well, that's successful physicality on Oubre's part. Not afraid to get right up in the shooter's business.
Back to Curry. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Eric Pascal out there with Weissman. And there's Klay Thompson. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Wiggins in at the point. Poked away. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oubre just does a great job right there of getting that steal.
So it's the Pelicans now. Bledsoe taking his time here. Good on the shot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Oubre finds Pascal. Here's Wiggins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I'll tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
And the wide open shot from Redick. Releases from the wing and drills it.
The quick release of J.J. Redick expecting the pass, and the defense can't react to that kind of shot.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. On the wing, Thompson connects from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 21.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Curry from deep three-point land. And another three for Golden State.
This is why Steph Curry is virtually unguardable. When he's sinking those kind of shots, it just devastates you defensively.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Now in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we all like to see it.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Wiggins outside. Nobody near Pascal. And another three for Golden State.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steph Curry.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Here's Wiseman, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. New Orleans making a switch here, and it's the Warriors with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now here's Bazemore. Defense is right there. 5 on the clock. Here's Toscano. It's blocked. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul. Here's Alexander Walker. Taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
I'm trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. She's my point guard, force them in a different situation, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.